Okay, I get it. Sonic Tools has LED lights. We'll talk about the details of each when we get back. I'm Tim Johnson. You're watching Shop Tool Reviews. You probably don't choose your tool company by the LED lights that they have. However, it's great to know that your tool company does have a great line of LED lights. Such is the case with Sonic Tools. They make great quality tools. They've also got a great line of LED lights that are very handy, no strings attached, no cords attached, and all of them are rechargeable with the exception of this pin light which runs on 2 AA batteries. Now in a moment we're going to dig into the features on each one of these lights and talk about them a little bit, see how they perform. But before we do, let me tell you a little bit about Sonic Tools. Now if you've been around the channel much, then you know we're a big fan. We've had them for several years in the shop. From our S10 toolbox to now our S15 toolbox. In fact, that's what's sitting right here in front of us. But one thing that they do really well, and that's not just build quality tools, but they have a user experience that really is kind of sets the standard really, and in many sense it's above the bar on anybody else out there. And another company that kind of does the same thing, they make phones called Apple, and many think of this as a technology company, and they are, but what they've really made their killing on is the user experience. The same thing with Sonic. The user experience when you open a drawer of a Sonic toolbox, even when you order their stuff, the organization, it takes it out of the equation. You don't have to think about it. When you're ordering tools, you can order them by the set, or you can order them by the tray, if you will. So you get a CNC cut foam tray that's perfectly outlined for the tool that goes in there, already labeled for it, so you don't even have to think about it. All you got to think about is what size drawer do you have, what size foam tray do you need to order, and what type of tools do you want to order. In fact, you can order a complete toolbox. We did a review on this 958-piece set in this S15 box. That's kind of like their cream of the crop, what they offer. This is their biggest toolbox other than a lot of the cabinets and the MSC line that they have. All the way down to they have an S8 box as well, and everywhere in between. But again, it's the user experience that Sonic really sets the bar at. And again, if you haven't checked it out, you need to. As you can see here, the organization is just impeccable. So make sure you check them out. And all their tools are lifetime warranty. Now, let's go ahead and dig in, and let's actually take a look at each one of these lights, and then we'll come back and wrap this up. So first up here in the lights is the pin light from Sonic. So this is a simple pin light. You've probably seen this 100 times, 1,000 times, what have you. This is a Cree bulb, so you get a good quality bulb here. I believe it's a 1 watt, 80 lumens, simple on off, but the press of a button back here on the back. You do have a nice feature here where you can actually zoom this in to be a spotlight or broaden it out to be a work light. What have you, or basically kind of, just zooming in on where you want the focus of that light to be, or again, you can broaden it just easily by pulling that in and out. You also get a clip here, so easily put that in your pocket if you need to. This does run on AAA batteries. The rest of these are rechargeable, but again, just your typical AAA batteries. And I believe you get a 4-hour run time on this, so it's still going to run quite a long time on a couple of AAA batteries. So, having this in your pocket to quickly inspect, wiring, fuses, things like that, these come in really handy to do things like that. So, very handy little pin light. And it's also rated IP54, so it's going to handle quite a bit of water resistance there. So, nice, handy pin light from Sonic. Next up, let's take a look at the slim work light here, and this is, I believe, up to 400 lumens of light. So 400 lumens of light, and variable brightness dial here. So I really like this light, especially when you're working on things, and you can turn it down easily with your thumb there, turn it up if you need to. Gives you a nice broad look, and then you can either hang this with the hook here, or it's really not a hook, it's more of a metal ring. You can also, it's magnetized here, so if I need to put it on the hood, I can do so. wherever it is, there's metal for me to adhere that to. I can do that, as well as here on, it's got a pivot point. When you put it, on something metal, then you can actually swivel this where you need it, tighten this down, and kind of lock it into place. So really functional light that, again, gives you good disbursement, as well as that variability, variable light output, if you will. And runtime on this is going to be 4 hours on high. 4 hours on high. You get a 2600 milliamp hour battery in this. So going to last you quite a long time. Again, 4 hours on high. Probably going to give you 5 or 6 hours when you have it on low like this. So now let's take a look here at the of what they're calling their pocket lights. And this is the mini version, or the pocket size, if you will, of their work lights. You get several things here. You get a swivel base here where you can actually stand this up if you just need to stand it somewhere. It's also got a magnetic base here that it's going to easily magnetize to anything that's ferrous metal, if you will. And then the power button is going to be here on the top, and you get a low and a high setting. And that low and high is going to give you 55 lumens and 110 lumens. Get a nice broad LED light there. So again, it's going to give you kind of disperse that light very well. It's going to work well for just kind of illuminating that work area you're working under or on, as well as you get a hook, as well as the magnetic base and the swiveling stand. You also get a hook, as well as this doubles as a belt clip as well. So you can see this is also a belt clip, so easily slide in your belt. Rechargeable, as all of them are, with a USB cord. So that's the mini work light. Their regular work light here, much the same, just looks like a larger version of the smaller one. This is going to give you 75 lumens and 150 lumens, as well as give you an additional feature, which is more of a kind of a flashlight or spotlight on the end there when you first push the button, and the next button going to push, and that's going to give you that floodlight or that work light, if you will. And again, that's 75 lumens and 150 lumens. So this has got a 1600 milliamp hour battery in it. The smaller one has a 1000 milliamp hour battery. And you're going to get 3 hours on high with this, 2.5 hours on high with the smaller one. So still quite a bit of runtime on that rechargeable battery on board. And you can see how slim these lights are. These are IP20 rated, so not quite as water resistant as the pen light, but still going to have some resistance to moisture, and be able to handle the life around the shop, if you will. And then again, just like the other, you get the magnetic base, you get a swiveling base, you get the fold out hook, as well as the belt clip there. Now next up are the slim lights, or what they're calling their slim work lights. And you can see the mini here, the bigger one's back there in the back. I'll grab that one in just a moment. Now this is a really neat and versatile light. Again, you get a rechargeable light that you're going to get a 1200 milliamp hour battery on this one, and a 2800 milliamp hour on that one. And this one you're going to get 2.5 hours runtime on high, and that's a 100 lumen as well as a 200 lumen. Again, a few features on this. So when you hit the power button, number one, you can get a flashlight type effect out the end of the light. You can hit it again, hit the power button again, and then you get the broader work light or floodlight effect there on the beam. Hit it again, and again it's going to brighten that up. So you get a low and a high on this beam, and then you also get the flashlight there when you first turn it on. But the cool thing about this one is you pull it up, you can swivel it all around however you want to adjust that light to wherever you need it. So really cool little light there, and again, magnetic base, so wherever you need to put that, you can do so. It's going to, again, attach to anything ferrous metal, as well as you get a fold-out ring as well. So right here, you can hang that. That's actually a hook, so you get a metal ring, metal hook, as well as the magnetic base, and again, that foldability of that light. And then you can easily fold it back to where you need it, or kind of tuck it away, and it kind of sits in that groove there and becomes nice and compact for stowage, or again, if you need to use it like that, just kind of a nice compact light. So let's look at the larger one here. So same features as the other, again, but you're going to get a larger battery, as well as you're going to get 250 lumens and 500 lumens on this one. Again, you see if I hit the button once, I get the flashlight, or basically the light that's coming out the end of the beam there. And then if I hit the button again, it's going to give me the larger floodlight, if you will. And then hit the button one more time, hit the power button, and now I get that full 500 lumens of light there. And again, we're going to get 2.5 hours runtime on that. And this is IP30 rated. So you get an IP30 rating on both of these units. Again, a little better than the moisture rating on these, but not quite as good as the pin light. So really versatile little lights here. Again, magnetic base, as well as the ring that pops out there, or the hook that pops out there as well. So you can hang this, magnetize it, whatever, adjust that light wherever you need it. And then again, tuck it away there. It's going to stay nice and compact where you can put that away. And lastly is the headlamp. So on this headlamp, this is going to get IP65 rating. So you can pretty much spray this thing with water and it's not going to be affected. I wouldn't recommend that you submerge it, but again, it's going to handle quite a bit of moisture, which is great because when it's on your head and you're sweating profusely, like most of us do when you're working hard out in the shop, then it's going to be able to be protected from all that moisture without a problem. Simple, on-off design here with power modes as well. And on low, you're going to get 80 lumens, and on high, 160 lumens. You get a good flood effect, as well as it's pretty directional. I mean, it's not flooding too much, but you do get a pretty broad spectrum there. That's really nice to have. Again, it's great to have a headlamp so you don't have to, so you can keep those hands free and be able to direct that light wherever you're looking to. So really nice light to use there. You're going to get a 1600 milliamp hour battery, and it's going to run 6 hours on low. So on the low setting, which is right there, you're going to get 6 hours runtime on that. And again, these are all rechargeable with the exception of the pin light, and the pin light runs on AAA's, but you're going to get 6 hours runtime on this one. So really nice headlamp, nice selection of lights from Sonic Tools. So really impressed with these, and very handy to have. Everyone needs LED lights, and love to see that they've got a lot of versatility in their line. So these are all great LED lights. Again, all of them are rechargeable with the exception of the pin light here, which runs on 2 AA batteries, or 2 AAA batteries, I'm sorry. And even on the AAA batteries, I think you get like a 4-hour runtime on this at 80 lumens. So really nice to have pin light, as well as the rest of these are really important when you're working under those hoods, working under vehicles, working anywhere really. Nice to have a pocket size or easy to carry around LED light that's going to illuminate your work area. So make sure you check them out at sonictoolsusa.com. Also keep track of us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. If you don't mind, hit that like and subscribe button if you like this video. Also that bell notification, that's going to let you know when future videos are available. Have a great day and go out and do something nice for someone.